There we go. All right. So as we breathe, actually be quite conscious with your breath. So take deep, long breaths in, roughly, say, for the count of 7. Hold your breath for, say, 3 seconds or so, and then exhale until you're completely exhaled. So as we're taking a long breath in, I want you to imagine that you're actually breathing in light itself, taking it into the center of your head and allowing that light to expand inside your head as you're holding your breath. And then on the out breath, just relaxing, first of all the muscles around your jaw, around your head. And on the in breath, just do your own pace, drawing in light into the center of your head. And as we all know, there's intelligence embedded in light, spiritual wisdom and presence embedded in the light. And we're just becoming more aware of it through our breath. And again, on the out breath, relaxing any muscular tension around your shoulders, neck area. As we're drawing in the light, holding our breath, imagining the wisdom of spirit permeating from within. Now your chest area, your tummy, all those inner parts, just let them relax. And we're breathing in light, we're breathing in spiritual presence. Now in the out breath, I want you to start releasing consciously any emotional build up from your week, any emotions, any frustrations, any difficulties. Just let it all go now. Take a few breaths on this, okay? The light coming in. And on the out breath, let the heaviness return back to earth. Now around you is your sacred space that we'll be working within. So this beautiful field, this energy field around you, a couple of meters before you, beside, behind, above, below. This is your sacred space. So just project with your mind into this field, a space that is reverent, that is holy, that is sacred, that is pure. And every little bit of angst, every little bit of earthly heaviness that you've encountered, we're just going to let it fall outside the sphere of this, let it fall to the earth. And we can be here in a safe space, in a pure soul, pure spiritual space and state. Now above our head is our crown chakra, so just be aware of this energy field above your head. And through this field, through this portal, you might be aware of a little bit of pressure above your head. Just allow the flow and the stream of this to work its way gently right through your body. It's always there. We're just becoming more aware of it now. And allowing that to drift and flow right down through your arms, down through your legs, out through the arches of your feet, deep, deep down into Mother Earth. And as it streams deep into Mother Earth, her own forces of goodness and organic vitality arise back up through our feet. Her own soul dreaming, aligning with ours as well. So now just feel connected between the spirit world and the earthly world below us. Now before your forehead, your third eye, just take a symbolic breath in. Imagine you're drawing in psychic impressions on your breath from the space around us. And then just relaxing on the out breath. Move down to our throat chakra. Again, imagine that we're drawing in words of wisdom, drawing it into our consciousness. And again, I'm just holding my breath for a few moments between the in-breath and the out-breath. Just conscious breathing. Okay, our heart chakra next, and we're drawing in again the love from the spiritual world, the love and connection. Some of you can sense the warmth around you, a presence around you, drawing more closely, presence of love, a presence of acceptance, certainly a presence of non-judgment, and also maybe a sense of peace. What I'd like you to do now, within your own heart, find your own spark of compassion and love. And now imagine that it is expanding out into the auric field, into the sacred space around you. It's like a flowering blossom just opening up. And so your own vibration of love makes it more conducive to your spiritual team to work more closely with you. Okay, down to our solar plexus, and drawing in this beautiful golden yellow light. Again, on the out breath, just want you to symbolically push out any impression that anyone has cast upon you. Anyone who has a particular opinion of you or a role they like to cast you into, push that out. And on the next breath, just drawing in your higher self, inviting your higher self to be more closely aligned to your earthly home. So we can be our true self, not the self other people want us to be. Down to our sacral chakra. Here we're just becoming more attuned to what makes us tick emotionally. And as spiritual healers and helpers, also becoming more aware of the emotions of others, so that we may help them where they're at, as distinct from where we're at. Now down to our base chakra, and imagine we're drawing in life essence itself. Imagine this life essence is being drawn up your spinal column and then expanding out into your torso, into your head, into your arms, into your fingers, into every little living molecule within your body. So take another breath and imagine your whole physical body being enlivened, oxygenated, activated, and present. Now we're just asking our spiritual guides to work with us to help harmonize and balance our chakric field, and also an opportunity for you just to project your mind into the auric field around you. Just become familiar with how it is. Become attuned to any movement there. Okay, now I would like you to imagine there is a portal opening in the space in which you sit. And through this portal is projecting or is coming towards you your own spiritual guide, your main helper for today. Now it is your free will whether you invite them in and welcome them, or whether you ask them to keep a little bit of distance. It's up to you. The great divine spirit, we ask that you shine your light, your love, your protection, and your wisdom upon us at this time. And we ask that whatever comes to us within our sacred space comes only from a divine source that serves only our highest good. We welcome in any loved ones in the spirit world who wish to share with us. But again, we ask that they only come to serve our highest good and the good of all. And each of you can also appeal to your personal gatekeepers to protect the space in which you sit, particularly if you're in a share house or other people come in and out of the house and you wish to just push back their energy field from yours for this time. So we are sitting in a place of light, a place of purity, a place that is safe, and a place that is very conducive to working directly with our spiritual people. Now, through this portal in particular, where your guide is coming, some of you may be aware of a light, particularly around your third eye. So just drift into that light, allow yourself to merge a little more closely with it. And what I will do, I will now hand over to Parneet. So Parneet, whether you want to keep us in this meditation zone or just bring us back out, I'll just leave it up to you. Just got Susanna popping into who's just let her join in. I'll just give her a moment. So Susanna, just welcome along. We've just done a chakra opening exercise, and I'm just handing over to Parneet now, who's our special guest. So just go with the flow, and just welcome to Parneet. Welcome along.
Okay, thank you, Roger. That was beautiful. It was, yeah, I needed it as well to get myself going. And of course, in any meditation, when I'm doing a meditation, especially in a group, and I don't know if any of you experience this, but I start getting a lot of information. Um, I already start connecting, so to speak, to the other side. And and it's good to just keep that in mind, because when you're meditating alone, which is what I do, I meditate alone, I can really connect to my higher self at that point. But when I'm in a group, because I am such an open channel as a medium, I'm always connecting, I start connecting to everybody else's energy. So just to start off with, I kept getting this number in my head. So I'm just going to say it out. And I don't know if it means anything to anybody at all, but I was getting the number 3744. Does that resonate with anybody here in this group? Okay. Oh,
Adding it up
Denise,
numerology.
you're on mute.
Well, those are two. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
So those two numbers, I typically, like for instance, if I'm going to play the lottery, I will play those two numbers, because 37 is my birth year backwards. And they usually, sometimes they don't have 73 as an option. So I was always used to doing 37, and 44 is just my number. It's the angel number that I resonate resonate with. So
thank you very much, because I was going, it means nothing to me. And it was very interesting, because I was like, I just got to say, once we get through this meditation, because I don't want to forget about it, but thank you for confirming that. So there you go. That's how intuition works.
Thank you.
In a nutshell,
I think I need to play it.
Yeah. Let us know what lottery, Denise, and we'll all put
I know. We'll watch out for you. But like I said, that's how intuition works. You got to go with whatever's coming to you. I mean, don't hold back. And it's always got to be instant. Don't overthink it. And I know that sometimes our head starts going, oh, well, it doesn't make sense. Well, it's not supposed to make sense to you. It's for you to share. So this is how we do our exercises. So just to jump in, because I'm one full of, exciting things to do and how to get people tapped in and everything. So I want everybody to be participating in this. And what I did was, when we first started, I started writing down everybody's name on a little piece of paper. And I hope I didn't miss anybody, because I've been trying to stay on top of it.
Did you get Susanna, who just joined in before?
Yep,
Welcome,
I just
Susanna.
wrote it down quickly. So I'm just going to, I'll look at it in a second. But what I like to do is I like to get everybody involved as much as possible. So we're going to jump right in. One of the questions I have is, well, I shouldn't ask that really, because everybody's on different levels of communication, development, that sort of thing. But what I like to do is quickly go over a couple of things. Whenever I teach a class, I like to at least, there you go. I'm getting confused here. I like to go over the basic fundamentals of development or intuitive psychic development. And I know that Roger's done a whole thing about the chakras, but colors are very important. So it's really important to remember what chakras represent. You know, so if you look at the 7 chakras on your body from your head to the base of your spine, they're all associated with colors and emotions. So it's good to know that. And one of the things that I've actually, you know, I like to keep handy, if I can quickly get it out, is a chart that, there it is, sorry. If everybody can see this, that's my chakra chart. So it's a good guide to know if you can get something like this. I got it from the local, I would say, metaphysical bookstore. It explains the colors, emotions, the organs associated with that, as well as on the other side, there's an extensive chart on what kind of foods are good for you, any health issues, that sort of thing. The reason I say that is because whenever you're doing these kinds of exercises or working on your intuition, you're going to start seeing colors. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to be chakra colors. So it's good to know that in that, like, for example, behind there's red, that's the base chakra. It's a very vibrant power color. But it also means, you know, are you grounded? You know, so you have to look at all of these things when you're doing the developments, doing the exercises, because you're going to get, if you're communicating with spirit, you're going to get colors. And it's going to give you I'm going to say a message. It's going to say, okay, I'm seeing a lot of yellow, or like say, for example, you're doing a psychic reading on somebody, and all of a sudden you see a lot of, you know, blue around them. Okay, so what is blue? Is throat, communication. Not communication, or lack of communication, or over communication. So these are the subtleties of all of that. So it really helps to know this information, because it'll help you in better communication when you're doing the readings. And the other thing I'd like to actually go over quickly is the clairs. I know this on top of my head, but when I'm trying to talk it, it's just like going all over the place.
Or we can help you out.
So the 4 main clairs, okay, the clairvoyance, we all know that that's about seeing, clear seeing, clairsentient, feeling, clairaudience, hearing, and claircognizance, the knowing. And there's 2 clairs that we don't always, I'm sure some of you know them, but there's one called clairgustance or gustance. I can't even say it right because I'm just thinking about the top of my head. It's about taste. So what are you tasting in your mouth? Sometimes you get a funny taste in your mouth when you're communicating with spirit, and you're going, I'm tasting, I don't know, something that doesn't taste right, whatever it is. And clairaudience is smell, clear smelling. So it's good to know the terminology, and you can Google this. Everything's on the internet. So if you forget what they are, that's the way to go it. Once you understand all of those things, you build it all together for your communication. And because I'm a medium, I'm really saying this about spirit communication, but that doesn't mean you can't use it psychically. So do you know the difference between mediumship, or sorry, what am I going to say? Psychic readings and mediumistic readings. Does everybody know the difference? Does anybody have any questions around that? I want this to be interactive because I want you to ask me questions too. And if you're not understanding something, it's you know.
Yeah, I don't. Could you go through that? Yeah, okay. I don't because I've done some medium practice quite a few years ago, and I switched off because I was getting too much, and I was feeling a bit overwhelmed. So I don't know the difference actually. Okay,
that's a good question. mediumship is communicating with spirit, period.
Right.
You are communicating with the other side. You're bringing in messages from the other side, from your loved ones. So I'm bringing dad through, or mom through, or grandpa through.
Yeah.
It's more of a message from the other side to you.
Yeah.
It is not a reading of you.
Oh, right.
Psychic readings are a reading of you without the use of spirit. Does that make sense?
Is reading of you. Yeah. Okay.
So if I'm, for example, if I'm doing a psychic reading, I'm not going to bring, even though I'm connecting to spirit and getting information, I'm doing the reading on you, more on your psychic level. Like, what do you like to wear? What do you like to eat? You know, where's your job at? You know, what's your relationship all about? That's a psychic reading. But if you're doing a mediumistic reading, you're not getting into that detail. You're getting more, okay, you know, you have an issue with someone that passed and you really want answers. So that's how I differentiate. Now, it's not always clear and dry like that, but that's the way to differentiate it.
Okay. Can you go through the senses again? So, because someone was just asking me the other day and I just forgot, and I tried to look it up on Google and I couldn't find anything. Can you just go one more time through the senses so I can quickly write it?
And I think while I was talking, I was kind of fumbling over them. So I'm going to be much clearer than that. So give me a second.
That's okay. Yeah,
I like to look at my notes because sometimes when I'm talking, I'm like missing over things, and that's not a good way to go. But
no, you did well. I just didn't write it down quick enough.
Okay. Of course, when I'm looking for something, I'm not going to find it. But anyways, let's just do it like this. So there's clairvoyance, which is seeing.
Yeah.
There's sentience, feeling.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Clairaudience.
The hearing.
Hearing.
Yeah.
And claircognizance, which is knowing.
Oh. Cognizance.
So how does it, when I say knowing, it means you just know something. Like without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, you know something.
Oh, yeah, right. Yes, I can identify with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you just know that thing's going to happen.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't realize that was
you have no way of, there's no indication, you just know it.
Okay, yes.
Okay, let me go through that because I think it's a really good, because the exercise we're going to do, we're going to use all these abilities. We're going to use all of them. Okay.
Okay, great.
So I always like to say, what do you know? What do you see? What do you feel? What do you hear? What do you know?
Okay.
That makes sense? If you think about it that way?
Yeah.
Okay, so in any exercise that you do, you want to be able to incorporate all of those clairs, I call them. So when we do a reading on someone, we want to be aware of all of those senses all at the same time. Okay. And some will be stronger than others.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, I'm more clairsentient. I feel more. And to go a deeper level into that, I actually feel physically the pain associated with someone's passing. I feel, all kinds of things all over my body that shows me how they would have died or what they were experiencing or any health conditions. I physically feel pain.
Yeah. Okay.
So a lot of people don't feel that. They just feel, meaning I feel tingly, or I feel an energy standing next to me, or I feel hot and cold. Sometimes you get, that kind of feeling. So if you're getting a lot of other physical pains that you can't explain, you're connecting with spirit. And I know some people feel it and they don't know they think something wrong with them. I always think that most of the hypochondriacs out there are probably just budding mediums. because they always think there's something wrong with them and it's actually not. So these are the things that you can develop. You know, the more open you become, the more you're going to, you know, feel a lot more different sensations, I call them. So it's good to understand where you're at in your development. Like, what comes to you first? Do you see things? Do you hear things? Do you feel things? Or do you just know things? Any other questions around that?
I was just going to add to that, Parneet, that most of us can work in multiple ways with that too. And I know the way that you worked last time, Parneet, often you'd get a spiritual, someone in the spirit world coming to you, presenting themselves, and then you'd have to find out who they're connected with. Sometimes what I would do, Susanna, is work the opposite way. I can work the opposite way and go directly to someone. And I usually try and connect with them initially psychically. But as I'm doing that, then I'm drawing in someone from the spirit world, and then I'll click over and work on the other level once I've made that connection. So, and you're aware when it changes, and when your attention moves from the person to above you, you notice the shift. Helen's got a hand up. You want to chip in there, Helen?
I wanted to ask a question.
Yes.
Can you tell me where, well, I guess it would be intuition. Let's say you get a gut feeling and it is so strong, you know that a message, it's some sort of message. Can you tell me where, does that belong in one of these different, I'm sorry, I don't know what to call them.
Okay.
What you call them?
I call that that's just your claircognizance, really. It's just you got a good feeling, you know something.
Yes. And also, and cognizance, would it come, sometimes I get like it comes in so sudden, but there's so much to it that it isn't something, and it usually has to do with the knowing of something of the spiritual world. And sometimes it's knowing something of the laws of the universe. And all of a sudden I know it. But also, as far as day to day, sometimes I just know something. And there's a difference between the two. For me, there is. The one that comes really big and there's a lot to it does not come all that often, but it is so strong and so big, you know the difference, you know that, wow, you know, and it is something that you've never even thought of that's come, that is big. But today, so, but that's all, they're both cognitive. Is
yeah,
that?
they're both cognitive, but I wanted to ask you, you're saying that comes in a big way. Are you getting other than just the knowing, the gut feeling? Are you actually seeing what that message is, or are you feeling the message?
Well, it does go through my body.
Okay,
It almost,
so you're feeling it.
Pardon me? You're
feeling a sensation.
Yes, but the big part is like, it almost feel like a box hit me on top of the head, and all of a sudden it opens up, and what's in it is so huge. I know that the first time I got one that big, I had to hurry up and get paper and pencil, and I was drawing away because there was no words to explain it, but I just know it. And there was so much to it that I was so afraid I was going to forget some of it, or I'm not getting it all. And actually some of it I didn't quite understand. because it was, something so new to me.
Well, I'll tell you what you're doing is you're actually channeling. You're an open channel.
Oh, someone did mention that.
Describe it more. You're channeling. So you're actually on a different level here. I would definitely start writing down all that information, whatever you're getting, because you're getting it from a higher vibrational space somewhere. But whatever information you're getting, is it positive? Is it something that you can share?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Then you better start sharing it.
Yes. And I'll tell you, I have shared a lot of it to people that I sense will understand it to a point. And then there are some, there is positive, but it is I am hesitant because I don't want to change people's minds about things. I don't want to approach something so totally new that will confuse. I do believe that I do get some things that are confusing, and it takes so many words I can't find.
Well, I'm going to say I think the world is confused enough as it is. So
yes.
I don't think there's much more you can do to confuse it even more, because I think we're all in a state of confusion, some more than others. But you know what? Thank you for sharing, because I can see where you're going with this. And it is overwhelming. I do a lot of channeling myself. I've gotten a lot of different information, some very interesting stuff out there. But anyways, sometimes you want to share it, sometimes you don't. You just have to find the right audience, I call it, people that are willing to listen and, find like-minded people around you, just like here. I mean, you can, one day do a channeling session, see what comes out. I think that would be really interesting. I'd love to hear it. I mean, I'd love to hear it too.
That's in 2 weeks.
Out.
2 weeks we got that one. But that's also a taboo that we're breaking on here too, Parneet. Like when I went through a development circle, and the whole idea, people bring channeling through some great wisdom in closed circles. I thought, this wisdom, this needs to go out to the world. But the person running the group said, no, this is restricted to in here. So that's one of the reasons I brought this online too. I just feel there's enough wisdom that just needs to be put out there somehow. I still haven't quite found the right platform for it yet. But
I know people that are doing it, so
yeah, we're doing it. Yeah, getting there.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm very similar to Helen in that way. When she explained, it's like a box hitting at the back of your head, and all of a sudden the information, this overload of information comes in. I never thought it was channeling. I never thought I was a channeler, but that's exactly what actually happens to me. I just get like a load of information all of a sudden without even me being in that space, without even me wanting it. I could be doing something in the kitchen. I could be opening, usually with water, I get a lot of information. But when I open a tap or have a shower or get me the water, I get an overload of information. And I hear some people get it on the treadmill. When they're on the treadmill, it's almost like when your cells are moving or something is happening, you start getting all this overload of information. So, which is, when I heard Helen talk, I thought that's exactly what I get. Yeah.
Awesome.
Interesting.
I'm going to expand on that just a little bit more, because I think this is a very interesting topic. So, because you're not really knowing, do you know where that information comes from?
I know it comes from a higher, I feel it comes from a higher source. Like I feel it's quite high up, yeah, because I feel that it's intense, and it's usually very, very accurate. Like I get given information and I pass it on very quick. I do pass it on, and maybe that's what they like about me, that when I pass it on, they want you to pass it on somehow, and that's how they target you, because you do. Some people just keep it to themselves. Yeah. But I always think it's a good idea to give that information, because that's the intention that they have. And I try to protect myself more now, because I have been having a lot of medical issues. And I feel that a lot of it comes from me being an open, like Helen said, she's very open to everything. And like you said, you're very open to everything. I'm very open to everything as well. But I think at the end, sometimes can harm you. It could be a blessing, but could also be a curse, in the sense that you get, you're an open channeler, but then at the same time, it can harm you because it's too much for your system.
Yeah. So you have to protect yourself too. And there's meditations that you can do to protect yourself. So you're keeping yourself, I'm going to say, like a bubble of, protection around you, so that you're not getting overwhelmed by it either.
Yeah, exactly.
And harm is only if you're channeling something that's negative. That's where I would see a harm. But if you think that the information coming through you is positive,
it's always others, I feel like it's always.
I would feel that it's coming from the light. And it's interesting. So that's one of the great things that about development is sharing. Number one, what you're experiencing, because it's not about keeping it to yourself. And you won't know where you're at unless you share this information. So thank you both for doing that. One of the ways you can tell where this information is coming from is through development. You are going to connect with the source. You have to connect, because you're getting all this information. You want to know who it's coming from. When you say higher vibrational being, there's zillions of entities out there. Okay. And some are really great. Some are of the light. Some are very helpful, and others may not be. So this is where the training development comes in, is how to make sure you're protected and that you're getting the right information. And actually, who is it coming from? Now, as a medium, I channel a lot of different beings, not just, your loved ones in spirit. I have connected to many different dimensional beings, but I know who they are, because I go into my clairvoyance to see what they look like.
I see.
And so that's where you develop that. If you're not there yet, to develop that, just go, okay, show me what you look like. And you can do this with your eyes closed, because sometimes physically you can't see if you have your eyes open. But if you close your eyes, look through your third eye, and you just ask the question when you're getting this download of information, just say, can you show me what you look like? You have to have this communication going on.
Sometimes it's a few, not just one person. Sometimes I feel like it's an entity. And sometimes, in a lot of cases, ancestors, because I feel like stuff from people that I know. But sometimes it's a group of people, and I can feel I have to say 100% or 110% of the times, I felt that it was someone trustworthy, or I feel that it's a higher protection. I don't know if to do with signs, to do with there's a lot of female protection around me for some reason. Even when I do my coffee cups, it comes always, I see a lot of spiritual, like a motherly saints, nuns, and a spiritual celestial protection. I feel I'm never worried about anything about that. But then at the same time, I know that physically I get a lot of medical issues because of it.
So you should not be having medical issues because of it.
Right? Oh, yeah.
That is not a clear channel then.
Yeah, I'm not doing something right. I don't think I'm actually balancing the information. Yeah. I'm not filtering the information right. I feel like I get stuck into it too much. And
Maybe
then
you're carrying it too much.
I'm what?
You're carrying it too much.
Like in what
The thing
sense?
about channeling is you have to say it, get it out, and let it go. You do not carry the information inside of
you. Yeah.
So you need to do a clearing after you get this. So do some kind of a clearing ritual, whatever it is that works for you. Light a candle, breathe it out, whatever. When I do a channel or anything, it comes in and goes out quickly.
I leave it with me. Yeah, I leave it and I remember it all the time. Yeah.
No, you gotta let it go. That's why I said, even if you have to write it out, but you have to clear it out of yourself.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thanks.
So like with any of this stuff that we do, the exercises, say it, feel it, whatever you need to do with it, and then clear it out.
Oh, excellent.
Something like just take a deep breath and like inhale, exhale, and get it out. I don't carry any of my information. In fact, I'll forget the next 5 minutes what I've just said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's really important to do that. You're overloading your system.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm doing. Yeah.
So practice the art of letting it go.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
All right.
I would also suggest too that a lot of say health issues and different things that we carry too are not necessarily connected to our spiritual work either, but more so from particularly our early childhood and some of the past life things that we brought in. So one of the things that I'm actually encouraging, I've had other people coming onto the platform, is for us to be able to work through some of our own inner life trauma, so we are much more free as well to work spiritually, to carry the spiritual essence for other people as well, to help them heal. If we can't heal ourselves fully, we can't really do enough work for other people. So there's a bit of personal responsibility to really go within to try and heal ourselves, as well as trying to heal the world. I find the two to go together. The more we work on ourselves, the more we can give and work on others as well. Okay, and that's my little two bobs worth.
Thank you. Thanks, Roger.
Nate, do you want to get us busy? We've been sitting here.
Yes, we want to keep busy. So those were pertinent questions, and I really appreciate you sharing that. I think it's important when you're sitting there on something and you don't know what it means. It's good to know, at least ask the questions. What I'm going to do is, because I can't see all of you, I'm going to put it to gallery here. So what I did was I wrote down your name on these little pieces of paper, because I want it to be like a random, instead of me going, okay, I don't know, because y'all move around sometimes when I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So I want you to practice on each other. So what I'm going to do is I'll pick a name, and then what you're going to do is, and I want to do it like this, for the interest of time, otherwise we could be at it for like 3 hours. I'm going to use this as a little bit of a kind of, I call it a trigger. You know, we use cards or oracle cards or tarot cards to kind of get some information. And I like to use color. So I have these colored pieces of paper, right? So when I call your name, I'm going to also give you the person you're going to give the message to. Okay, or whatever comes. And it doesn't have to be a long, drawn-out reading. Remember to use your clairs. Whatever you feel, whatever you see, whatever you hear, whatever you know, just say it to the person that you're giving it to. Does that make sense? And then they'll give something back to you, because I'll give them another card to look at. Does that? We'll try once, and you'll get the idea when we do this. So
the other thing I'll suggest too, when it's your turn,
yeah.
If you're really serious about development as well, just give anything just to try and get the flow. If you say nothing, you're just blocking the flow even more. You just even have to even just use your imagination at first to get the flow initiated.
It can be simple as a word, a feeling, a color, could be anything. Now, when we came out of meditation, I gave a number because that's what was coming to me, and it meant something to somebody. So never hold back is what I'm saying. Just whatever it is you need to. But before we do that, I want to make sure that I don't want to miss anybody here. So let me just, I've got all these names. Good. All right, so I'm going to randomly pick, I don't want to look at the names. I'm just going to turn them upside down. Okay, Nancy, are you there, Nancy?
Yes.
Good. Okay, Nancy and Maura. Where are you, Maura? Okay, right there. Okay. So Nancy, you're going to do Maura, and then Maura, Nancy. How's that? Does that make sense? Okay, so
Yes.
Nancy, I'm going to just pick a color for you. Just as a trigger, don't focus too much on the color, but just get the feeling, just to get the vibes going is what I say. Like I said, just whatever is coming to you, just say it out loud.
I just feel a lot of warmth coming in, especially around my heart chakra. Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Okay. Can you take any of that, what she just said? Does that make sense to you?
The moment I've seen the card, the pink one, I felt extremely pain in my heart chakra and I had to breathe it out before. Yes, 100%.
Okay.
I felt exactly the same.
There was a reaction there just from that. See, these cards are very powerful. They actually create things. So this is what I mean by saying whatever comes to you. Like, don't hold back and don't try to overthink what it is that's coming. Like I said, could just be a word. It could be a feeling, sensation. So now I want you, Maura, to go with Nancy and say what comes to you.
Solar plexus being blocked.
Yes,
the only thing that I feel in my body, it's solar plexus being blocked.
Do you know where your solar plexus are?
It's right here. In my case, yes.
Okay, it's right around the navel area, just above the navel. Okay. That's something you can relate to, Nancy?
I can relate to that. Sometimes I am pretty blocked.
Okay. So you see how this information is coming without even really knowing each other. You're getting information. Okay, so we're just going to go around and do this with more people. Okay. Got Vivian. Are you there, Vivian? Do I see you? Oh, there she is. Okay, perfect. And Sylvia and Vivian. So let's start with Vivian. Let Sylvia know what you're getting.
I feel a lot of turmoil around Vivian, a lot of jumbled stuff around her head. It's almost not knowing what to do, not knowing how to act, a lot of personality issues. I get a card around Vivian, whether she's almost driving around, not knowing. It's almost going into a cycle of emotions, and she needs time out. time out. It's always a worry when she's in the car, and it's almost I'm getting a precaution. She needs to be more precautious when being in a car, almost not thinking right, not tuning in. Sometimes she'll need to tune in, but she needs to do it outside in her own space. I feel like she's in the car, sometimes losing her mind. It worries me, I have to say. Just time out. And she needs to concentrate in a different way than just being, she gets everything to her. It's almost like she's too upset and she doesn't know how to deal with it.
Okay, Vivian, can you relate to what Sylvia said? Are you there, Vivian? Okay, I know she's on the screen, but Vivian,
Okay.
if you can answer back, that would be great. No, we can't hear you. Maybe the volume's gone. Maybe you want to type it in instead. If you can type in what you, if any of that made sense to you, Vivian, that would be great. Or maybe the volume's down on your, oh, very much so. Okay. Well, you hit it on. Now, are you able to participate? Because let's see, after an aged, yeah, I'm currently after an aged parent. Okay.
I felt her mother was very much what's driving her. So I think it's her mother. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Very clear. Well, thank you. That was great. I'm glad Vivian can take it. Are you able to participate? I know you said you can't seem to speak in there, so I wouldn't know what's going on with your computer because your mute's off. But if you can maybe type in something, if I show you a color, will that work for you? I'm gonna just go with it. Okay, Vivian, this color is for you. Oh, I'm currently blocked. Well, let's just try it. I've just look at the screen, look at the color, see what you feel for Sylvia. Anything that comes to you, whether it's a feeling, a word, or sensing something. Calmness. You're feeling calmness? Okay. Are you calm, Sylvia?
I need to be calm. That's I need to be calm. I'm trying. I have been trying to be calm for a while now, not to react to things. Yeah.
Okay. That's definitely something that you need to work on rather than feeling it. So is there anything else you want to add to that, or is there anything else coming to you about that now that you've heard Sylvia say that? Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. So anyways, I'll fix the microphone the next time, sorry. That's okay. Thanks for participating. You're definitely, obviously having some stuff going on there, but thank you for that. All right, let's, I've got Susanna here. Susanna, where are you?
Yeah, Susanna's there.
Oh, there you are. Sorry. It seems to me I can't even read. Anyways, let's do this.
Okay.
Mari. Mari's on there somewhere. I'm sure I saw her name.
I'm here.
There you are. Okay.
Hi.
Okay, perfect. So, Susanna for Mari.
Is it, wait, Suzanne?
Yeah, Susanna will go for Mari. So Susanna,
okay. Hi, Suzanne.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just got the word you need to light up. You need to light up more. So
I'm sorry, I didn't understand. I need to do what?
To lighten up a bit. To lighten up.
Lighten up. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. There's there's some things you may be taking a bit too serious. I'm also getting something around going with nature. Going with nature. So whether you need to be with nature.
Going with nature. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't understand
the accent.
You're right.
Sorry. Yeah. So, yeah, being around trees, and that will help you to lighten up. So, yeah, not feel so burdened. That's what I've got from you. And there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm getting that for you as well.
How's that feel? Can you resonate with that?
Oh my God, do I ever? Thank you, hon. You did great. I totally get it. Oh my God. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Really, 100%, 110%.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's good. Great affirmation there. Okay, now Mari, your turn for Savannah.
Okay, the first thing that comes to mind is that Suzanne is an amazing light, and she shines her light wherever she goes, and it's just beaming throughout, even as we are in this group right here.
Oh, thank you. That's actually brought some tears to my eyes. Yeah.
Oh, I think you just needed to hear that, Susanna.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's amazing. Amazing is the word that keeps coming to my tongue. Amazing and a light, and she just can heal people just on her own.
No, you're getting
thank you so much.
Affirmation from Ronnie too. She's feeling the same thing.
Are you getting the
Beautiful.
same thing? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, she don't have to do nothing else. That's it. She's good. She's all complete. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
That's what I'm getting. And I'm really truly feeling it too. It's vibrating right through me.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. I've got another step to take. So yeah.
I was gonna say you're giving her that information, but she needs to believe it for herself.
Yeah, I think so. That's right. I'm getting a lot of. I'm a counselor, by the way, so I'm getting some beautiful feedback from my clients at the moment. Yeah, so they're been sad. As we know, the world is, it's a bit chaotic at the moment.
Yep.
So we've got to work with the light and believe in our guides and have faith. Yeah.
Good stuff. Thank you. That was awesome. All right. I got Michelle. Where can I see her? She's in there somewhere. Okay. Let me just see. Yeah. Okay. Do we have Michelle on? No? Yes? Yes, she's not there from what I can see.
No, she's dropped out by the look.
Okay.
So,
Then, all right, I'll put her name away. Do we have Becky here? Oh, there's Becky. Good, Becky's there. And Chris. Okay, you're there, awesome. All right, so Becky, you're gonna do Chris first, so. Whatever
Getting
comes.
this burning fire sort of sensation throughout the center of my body. I think it's a positive, it feels like a positive sensation. Good things.
Positive, good things, okay. Can you relate to that, Chris?
Good things that are happening right now or good things that are on the forefront or happiness or there's something happening. That's what I'm getting.
There is something happening. I do expect more to happen. The fire, I don't know. I've got nerve stuff happening all over my body. I don't know if that has anything to do with that. But I'm quite happy at the moment.
Sorry, Chris, what were you saying? You have stuff happening to
like
your body?
Neuralgia everywhere.
Oh, okay, that's the fire. So she's talking, is it painful?
Not really, no.
But there's a tingly sensation?
Yeah.
Okay, so she might be feeling that sensation.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay. So, but good things are going to come your way. So that's a positive.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I do think so.
Well, don't think so, just feel it. That's part of the battle, feeling it. All right, Chris, I'll get you to do Becky. What's coming to me? This is green.
Oh, this sounds a bit odd. What I got was Rothschild happiness coming through, and I think that is a roundabout way of saying wealth.
Wealth?
Wealth, like money.
Cool.
That would be wonderful.
Are you waiting for wealth to come in?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've definitely had some, financial insecurity and thoughts about making financial decisions that will be like a setback, but I know in the long run it will be more of a positive, straightforward, decision if I like go that route. But there's been a little bit of back and forth.
Yeah, I also get, going forward, there'll be reasons to smile.
Yes.
Well, that's definitely positive. So that's a good thing. I think, sometimes you have to, I guess, take a bit of a risk.
Yes. And then you said the childlike creativity. And I think that's key and just happiness for me is like going to that childlike place. So thank you.
Yeah. See what a little card can do, a little colored card. And that's how simple it is. It's a trigger. That's all it is. All right. Let's see. Who's next? Yan Tan. There you are, Yan. Sorry. Okay, Yan and Guy. Is it Guy or Guy?
You can say either, but yeah, no, Guy.
Guy, okay. All right, Yan, why don't we do Guy first? There's a card I've got. So just feel, sense.
The first word that came to mind was bravery. Something about his personality or something that he's done before that took a lot of courage, or maybe that's how he is normally, quite forceful, but not in a bad way. Yeah. Quite a strong personality within the community, prominent. Yeah, that's what I got. Something like a fireman, you know.
You have a strong personality, something like a fireman. Can you resonate with that guy?
I'm not a fireman.
What were you saying in the beginnings? Like a strong presence?
That bravery, sort of like a hero to other people.
Do you help other people? Are you brave?
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess I'm having to be brave at the moment because I'm going through a cancer episode.
Oh,
and it's around the second chakra, so that's orange. So you picked the right color for me. You know, it's prostate and lymph nodes, which is all second chakra stuff. So,
okay.
And I'm going through my radiation treatment at the moment, which is so yeah. There's a lot of bravery going on and having to figure out what to do and learn about stuff.
Yeah, I get that you're having to be really very strong for yourself and everyone around you, and it feels like you're doing a good job.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, I see a lot of I'm going to say strength in there for you, and it's yeah, I can understand what you're going through, and just be brave is what I can say. Just you know, think positive thoughts. Really, that's all it's about. So good. It sometimes, you know, the message or what you're hearing is not the easiest thing to hear. And thank you for sharing that's what the reason is, because it takes a lot of courage and bravery to, you know, talk about what's going on with you personally. So, you know, I appreciate that. So Guy, why don't you say something to Yan? Let's see.
I don't know about the color, but I was kind of getting messages before that, which were around. It's like you're coming to the end of a cycle, and as the new cycle begins, there's something you have to do to finish off the old cycle. And what you need to do to enter the new cycle is to let go of how can I say this? Sort of like self-pity or being a victim, or just that's like an old story and you don't need that anymore, and it's not going to serve you in the new cycle. So just let go of anything like where you know you need to step into your power, and to do that you can't have power if you just keep saying, oh, you know, everything's against me, or it's something that doesn't serve you, and you can just let go of it now. It's time to let go of it, because when you do let go of it, you'll step in and a whole new cycle and adventure will begin for you. I don't know if that resonates.
Totally. What you just said, those words and the general message of it has been running through my mind repeatedly for the past few months. That's what I've been telling myself, that I need to stop and I need to get out and do something. Yeah.
Awesome. So a lot of this is confirmations, what I say. All right. Roger.
Yo.
And Zoe. Okay, so Roger first.
Are you able to click your camera back on for a sec, Zoe? Thanks.
Yes, I'm here.
There you are. Okay, so this is for Zoe.
Okay. Straight away, Zoe, I've got here learning to love and accept yourself for all that you are. And I feel that the more that you can value yourself, particularly in a humble kind of way, the more that you'll have just in your whole self, in your whole energy. It's like you'll become a much more whole, strong person to then achieve and give and do all the things that you want to do. But it just seems to start with appreciating everything that you've got, and there's many gifts that you have yet to be unearthed and built and discovered. So I just leave that with you to begin with. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. I've been kind of just trying out different things, and I'm not really sure what I'm good at right now. So it's kind of nice to, think about appreciating myself, and then kind of think about other things on top of it. So thank you. I haven't really been thinking about like myself, like caring for myself, more like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. So that's a very good call.
Okay. And it's not a selfish one either here, Zoe, either. This isn't, it's not an ego thing. It's more of building yourself up, trusting yourself, and recognizing, how would you say, the really positive, strong attributes, which will be the foundation for you working with these gifts in time to come. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome. So Zoe,
thank
for
you. I feel like my heart's like expanded. I almost see a blue sky with some clouds. Like my heart is so big. I just want to allow like good things in. It just feels very open and airy, but in a good, positive way. It just feels very accepting, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't matter if there's any good or bad coming in. It's like, it's almost like I'm like Roger's the sky and things come and go, but he's still the sky. Does that make sense? It just feels big. Like
Absolutely. Yeah. Just this acceptance with many different aspects of life too. But yeah, trying to find the blue sky, and I guess working a little bit with the heart forces a bit more as well, both in myself first of all, but then with other people too. So well done, Zoe. I can really resonate and accept every single word of that, and hopefully give a bit of blue sky to some other people along the way. Hey, and blue butterflies.
Blue butterflies. I will share at the end why the blue butterfly is so important. I was going to do that at the beginning, but we just sort of jumped all over the place. It was great. Okay, so I've got Vanessa. Is she here? Oh, there she is, right there.
Yeah, I'm here.
And Ronnie. So
Hi.
Vanessa, hi. Vanessa, you go first for Ronnie.
Warmth. Yeah, that's what I get with that. Confidence as well coming to my mind. I feel like you're a leader of something. Yeah, that's all I get. I'm sorry, I'm a little shy.
Don't be sorry. You've gotten something. Ronnie, how does that feel with what you said?
Vanessa, I'm gaining all those traits now. I'm learning to. I'm in that process. Thank you.
Ronnie for Vanessa.
I'm feeling a bit as you overthink things a little bit too much, but you are completely in the right path, and that you should always go with your gut and just proceed forward. And it's going to be okay. I do see that there may be a little bit of a storm, but there's going to be a calm that'll come.
Yeah, definitely resonates. Yeah. That's why I'm like hesitant on like saying stuff, because I'm like always overthinking. Always. Yeah. I'm like, am I gonna get it wrong? Yeah.
And what's interesting, Vanessa, I was feeling a pain in my head, like a lot of pressure in my head, but you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be good.
Thanks.
Great.
You're welcome.
Okay. Let's see. I've got 3 names. I don't know if this is going to happen here. How it's going to happen. Denise still on? Where's Denise? There she is. And Violet. Do we have a Violet? Oh, there she is.
Yep,
okay.
I'm here.
There you are. Okay. So Denise, you go first.
I just want to see Violet for probably 1 second. I'm going to pin her.
I can't hear you.
No, I wanted to pin
you
Violet
were
so I can actually, yeah. Okay. So there's a couple things, and I don't know if they relate to one another, so they're all random, but I definitely felt my heart chakra immediately when I looked at you. So there's definitely something, yeah, a lot. My heart chakra, a lot, actually. I feel like maybe it needs to open a little bit more or expand out wider, so be more open. And that would be the other thing, like almost like feeling like, I want to say like in a shell in a sense, and you kind of got to break free of that shell. Oh, I'm getting tinglings all over my body. So either that's right or something else is going on. Yeah, my whole body's tingling. So I definitely get the heart chakra opening that, but also coming out of your shell, like kind of almost like stepping out or kind of breaking free almost. Yeah, I feel like you just got to break free of that shell. If that makes sense.
Yes, that definitely resonates. I've been working on trying to open my chakras, and that's a sticky one. It doesn't want to open up. So that definitely makes sense. And I've always been a shy kind of in a shell kind of person. So that all fits for sure.
Great. Okay, so now it's reverse Violet for Denise.
Okay. I'm feeling a tingling sensation in my jaw and in my throat. So I don't know if you're a good communicator or need to communicate more is what I would think that would mean. Something to do with communication, just because throat chakra blue, like I'm sensing either you want to communicate or desire to communicate. I'm getting communication.
Yes,
that makes
definitely.
Okay.
There's actually something that I have to communicate to somebody, and I've been pushing it off. So yes.
Okay.
Time to speak up. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Thank you.
Guys are doing really well. and you're saying whatever comes to you, and that's what you got to do. Don't hold back. And even if, like I said, if it doesn't make sense to you, it's not supposed to, because it's not for you. The message is for the other person. It's got to make sense to them. So you guys are doing really well. That's awesome. Now I only have one name left here, Helen. You haven't gone. Is just so I don't miss anybody. Is everybody else gone, or is there anybody that hasn't gone yet? Raise your hand. No. Okay. Because we lost one person. That's why I had one extra name left. So Helen, it's you and me.
Okay.
All right. So
big challenge here.
Big challenge. Actually, I'm going to get you to do me first.
Well, I'll certainly tell you what I'm feeling and what I get.
Yes, and that's exactly what I want to hear. I don't want to hear anything else but the truth.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. Let me just get all my cards, and I'm just going to randomly pick one. I don't think too much about it.
Uh-huh. Okay. Nature. Your answers are in nature. No doubt about it. Look to nature. And I believe you already do that.
It's all right. It's all right. I'm very connected to the elementals.
Yes, you're full. You're full.
Thank you.
That's what I feel full. Yeah.
Full of life and energy, all of those things.
Yes. Yes.
And it's funny because I love, I might not spend a lot of time in nature, but I look at it constantly. I'm always looking at the trees. I'm always looking at flowers. I just feel so enriched when I look at them. And that's
nature does call to you.
Yeah.
Nature is there, is there for you, but you know it already. You know it. Yeah. It's all around you. I see it all around you. And it's funny, I've never been able to, I never thought I was able to see, but I see nature all around you.
Lovely.
You're a part of it. Yeah.
I am a part of it.
Yeah.
More than you can know. Thank you. That's awesome. I loved it.
Well, I'm glad I connected.
So now I'm on the spot. I thought it was all going to be you guys, but now I'm on the spot. So here I go.
Don't feel that. Just
kidding.
Whatever. I'm open to anything.
I'm going to just pick this color because it feels inviting, but I'm going to put it down. You're an old soul. You're a very old soul. And it feels like sometimes you're so tired and you don't know how much longer you can keep doing this. You become very overwhelmed with a lot of things, but you're here for a reason and you haven't quite lived up to that yet. So you need to keep pushing forward. It's interesting that we connected right from the start when you started asking me questions, because I feel like it's come full circle that you need to now pass on that information that's inside of you, because it's not time to hold back. It's time to release it. And once you've done it, you'll feel so much freer, and you've done your duty, what you came to do in this incarnation. So follow your true path. You know it's there, but you're not sure how to do it. Start one step at a time and just go with it.
Yes.
I'm going to leave that with you.
not sure how to do it. And definitely. And I know that, I don't know whether you know this, Parnett, but I was supposed to die 25 years ago. And I was healed from an incurable cancer. This is good for you to hear, Guy, because I welcomed death totally, because I was going home and it was the happiest time in my life. I reacted totally opposite to most people. I was so terribly happy with my death sentence. Not a worry in the world. I was going home. And when I was healed, realizing the cancer's gone, don't know why. I have an idea of how. I knew that I had a purpose I haven't fulfilled yet. And through it, the first reaction was very hard. I went into suicidal depression. But coming out of that, I now realize, now this is 25 years ago, I now realize I make a list whenever I get down, I suffer with depression. I make a list of all the things I would have missed had I died 25 years ago. All the new things that have come to my life that I would not have experienced. And so grateful, even for the, right now, I'm going through a bit of a, what shall I say, something is disturbing my life. It's actually noise from the people above me in my apartment. And it's really disturbing. It's really disturbing to me. And I have to work very hard to calm. But I have to say that there's a message there for me. At the same time, I believe that in dealing with the other person when hard things come along, sometimes has a lot to do with them. I had a message once that told me that we all help people and we don't even know it. That we may, even if we're hard on them, we have to tell them something that's truthful and hard. It's what they need to hear. That is what my life has taught me. And I'm still learning. I'm never wanted to live to this age, never, from the time I was little. And I, compared to many people, I've had an easy life. And I'm always doing that. Whenever I feel hardship, I always think of the people who have, triple the hardship or 100% more hardship than I do, that are going through so much more difficult than I am. And in that way, I have become so grateful, so absolutely grateful. And I have to say that feeling, allowing energy. Energy is, I believe, played a lot in my healing. Without me even knowing, I had no thoughts of living. I really accepted that I was dying and I was going to die. And this is before I ever had any pain. I had no pain whatsoever. I was going into the second stage, which was, it showed physically because it was on my skin. But I have to say that energy, feeling that loving energy is love. But the type of love, you have to distinguish between the way humans love and the way spiritual love is. There's definitely a difference. And the way you feel it is through the energy. When I allow myself to be so still and just be, the energy is so vibrant, and the love that I feel is so immense. It was the love that healed me. It was truly the love that healed me. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. And we can heal ourselves, or at least we can reach that point of healing. There is no, well, it happened to me, so there's no doubt in my mind whatsoever. This is the message I want to give to people. It's not so much that I am hesitant because I don't really want to seem more than anyone else, because I am not. I am just like everyone. I have the same problems as everybody. Go ahead.
Can I interrupt? Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
That's all right.
No. You're perfectly, what you're saying is beautiful. It's a beautiful message, but this is something that you have to work through, and it's going to take some time. And sharing your story, makes sense to me when I said that you're tired because you're not really sure what you're doing. And so this is something you're going to have to work through with someone you trust, and write it down or get some guidance around it.
Yes.
Because,
well, I have asked my guides, and they have given me answers, and I am working through it, and it looks like I'm almost at a breakthrough.
Perfect.
That is,
watch for your breakthrough.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, please.
We're gonna wait and see when your breakthrough comes.
Okay.
Say something.
That's good.
I feel that like Helen, you're trying to find the purpose of you still being here, and I think that sometimes the purpose doesn't have to be anything bombastic or what you think is bombastic and or great or grand. I feel that your presence or your just mere existence here does a lot for people, and I don't think you realize the effect or the inspiration that it can give many people. Just you being a testament to the fact that how you healed yourself, that is possible. Your feeling of happiness, knowing that you were going to die but you were happy, and you being a testimony of that kind of feeling that is real, and you're feeling that it's possible and you're still here, I think that alone brings immense inspiration to many people. I don't think the purpose has to be anything that complex or bombastic.
I do share. I share with anyone that I feel like, and even a person in the grocery store, because I know this is what I get. You know, the minute I get this thought of tell them, I do. What I'm hesitating, what the hesitation is going out to more public is what it is. And I understand that too. And it comes from childhood. So I do understand. And I go ahead.
There was a good message that you gave before, and I kept thinking of Zoe too, but if we can hold on to that, the type of love that you described before, it's a spiritual love that we don't quite understand. And I couldn't quite describe it to Zoe, but you have described it. If we can bring that into our own life, the human understanding of love is very different to the spiritual essence, the energy of love. And that is such a strong healer that it's obviously healed you, and it can work deeply with Zoe, and sure it can work with Guy and myself and everyone else on here has got things we're trying to work through as well.
That's beautiful though.
And even Denise, very patient there. You had your hand up for about half an hour. Denise, did you want to jump in too?
Well, this is off topic, but it's something that came to me and it can relate with others on here. So I believe that everybody is a mirror of ourselves. And I believe that we were paired up specifically tonight for a reason, because I believe everything happens for a reason also. So those two things together, I just want to say, like, take a look at the message that came through you to give to another person for all of us, because it may relate back to you, because my message to Violet relates to me. And it's funny because Roger, you got something about Violet speaking up or something, and that's what came to her for me. So it looks like we were mirroring each other in our messages. So that may be the same for others on here. So I just wanted to throw that out there because it may be something to look at.
Wait, can I, excuse me, can I have a clarification on that? Are you saying that whatever message we gave to the person that we were supposed to give a message to actually is something that we feel about ourselves?
It could be. That's why I'm saying you could.
I always thought that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And in fact, I was told that that's usually, I mean, if you do some work like Byron Katie, different people like that, that's exactly what they talk about. You know, it's exactly that. Thank you, Denise. That's awesome that you noticed that. Yeah, I noticed that too.
I did too, right? Whenever every one of you were talking and giving how you felt or what message you got, I felt they're talking to themselves.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And it's getting late, isn't it, Roger?
Yeah, I just want to, a couple of people got their hands up. So Guy, do you want to jump in?
On Thursday evening, there was about 10 of us in the group, and I gave like a message to all 10 people that I wrote down. And then afterwards, I looked at that and went through them, and every single one of those messages applied to me in a different way, but it definitely applied to me. So I agree.
Correct.
Okay. Sylvia?
Yeah, I just want to say, Helen, I feel deeply, someone told you before that you're an old soul. I feel deeply that you got 75% of you. It's almost like another part of you healing the world already. You you're more somewhere else that you are here. I feel like 25% remains here of you. And that's because we need you here because you have a connection with I feel like you're 75% of yourself somewhere else already healing the world. So that's how you feel all these frustrations and all the anxiety and all the depression and all that, because I feel like you're somewhere else. And you got a healing power that you don't know you have it. And it's actually healing the world right now. So you have this a large amount of you somewhere else, and that's how you feel the way that you feel. But we still need you here. I feel like you're the connection that needs to happen. So there is a purpose that you're here. So don't underestimate yourself, because I think you're doing a lot of more work on your background that you are here.
Yes,
So,
I am.
Yeah, so that's a tremendous feeling for that. Yeah.
I often feel I have to remind myself, don't forget, Helen, you're still human. You're here. Because I can leave very easily and still be here. I know that right now, we all are first our true selves. That's when you say you're your true self. And this Helen is here playing a role that I need to
and
do.
you need to continue. You need to continue and go with the flow at the moment, I feel, because you're doing much bigger work on your background. Like this more happening that you don't know of.
Yes, well, I send out love all the time. Almost every minute of the day, I know it. Even when I get angry with the person above me, I know there is love behind it, for one thing. And I'm always sending out. My energy is always, even in my sleep, I am constantly giving with my arms open wide.
I feel like you're producing a lot of healing on the background. And that's another phase of yourself. It's almost your spirit is doing some much bigger work somewhere else.
Yes.
And that's like a 75% of the work is being done somewhere else. And it's only one part of yourself here, and the rest is doing all the work. And that's why you feel the heaviness and the frustration and the anxiety and the depression, because you don't know where you are at the moment. But you're doing a lot of work on the background, I feel.
That's an interesting concept too, that there's only about 17% of our being incarnated here. So we are busy in other
we're all
dimensions.
We're all, Sylvia. Think about it for yourself, because we are all only a small part of who we really are is here as humans, and that my depression lasts very little anymore, but it's a natural thing to humans, because we are always on this wave. Energy moves in waves, and that's the way we go. And that and it's okay. I accept when I get down. It's okay, this is where I am today. And it's okay, because there's a purpose for it. And it's okay. It's just okay. And that everything that happens to us is really okay.
And I think your purpose.
Well, Parnate, I want to thank you too, because you've actually activated a lot of things and a lot of people here to help each other as well. And what we take from what we practice in here, we can put out into the broader world as well. So part of that reading for you too was this is part of your ongoing work, onward and upward, beyond the sky. So
I would love your help, Arnett. I truly would. I'll be here every Friday.
Yeah, I think the process can be done through other people as well. I'm definitely going to be telling people about this lady who was supposed to die 25 years ago, but didn't.
Yeah.
Yes, please do. I always say, please, whatever you connect with that I say, make sure you give it out, because that's the way it works. That's the way it works. And whatever I hear from you always affects me. That's the big thing that I feel, even though we're not physically together. Ever since I've been going on Zoom, I can really feel the energy change. And that I realize that every time one person speaks, it's really affecting me. It's really affecting me. Yeah.
Well, this is why we do these things on Zoom.
Yes.
Because we need to have that connection. Spirits don't stop just because you're in front of a computer. They're around us all the time. And so doing this circle, doing this kind of work, you can do it anywhere. You don't have to be with that person physically, because number one, spirits are not standing right here. They're on a different vibrational level. They've had to come down, and we've had to raise our vibration to meet them. That's what meditation does. That's what mindfulness does. All of these things that we do to work on ourselves is so that we can reach that higher level of vibration, so that we can touch them and we can speak to them. So I know we could do this all night and talk about it, but we are going to end it, because I know it's time.
Yeah, we have to bring it to a close. Yeah.
Can I just squeeze in one thing? Actually, a couple of things quickly. I promise I'll be quick. I keep feeling Violet, and I keep looking at her today, and I feel like, Violet, your lower back, do you get a lot of pain on your lower back?
Not my lower back so much. It's more like my upper thigh area. I have a lot of pain there.
I keep looking at you and I'm thinking I'm going to have to squeeze it in. Someone is telling me, please, please, please go and exercise, because I feel it's connected to your legs. So you need to go back to the gym or something. I know that you're trying not to, or something it's blocking you from doing exercise. But someone is just telling me, please tell Violet this thing. You need to exercise your legs. I feel your circulation and your upper thighs are really affected. I don't know if it's something to do with already in your genes, and you have this issue with your lower back and your legs. So you need to exercise, because you need to bring circulation happening very quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah,
just
I've been
someone
having chronic. Yeah. I've been having chronic pain in that area, so it has prevented me from exercising. So I have been trying to do more, but I keep injuring myself. So it's this like ongoing cycle.
Oh, someone is pushing me that you need to do even aqua aerobics or something, or go back to the gym, or you need to try to make an effort, because it will later on, it will affect you more. So I strongly feel that you need to try to exercise, or get a physio or some kind of intervention happening, and you need to do it soon, because it will be a bigger problem later on. So it's how you sit in, I feel, it's how you it's the posture, it's a lot of things that you need to look into, but it's in your genes already. So it's a chronic, like you said, it's a chronic issue. So you have to start looking at doing something. Don't postpone. Someone is telling me, tell her, please do not postpone. And this is so something that you're gonna have to
I know exactly what you're talking about. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay. So I just thought I'd mention that before I go. And quickly for Guy, is Guy here or he's gone?
No, he's gone.
Oh, okay. I'll send him a personal message. Yeah. I'll send him a message. Yeah. It just keeps on. I keep getting the messages and I have to say them. Sorry. Okay. I'm done.
Thank you.
I was going to say, don't be sorry about wanting to give a message. One of the things that you want to be careful of when you're giving a message is ask permission.
Oh, okay.
Ask permission, because a lot of people may not like the response that they're getting.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just be mindful when you're giving a message to somebody. If I was to give a message to somebody, I would say, can I come to you? Would you mind if I told you this?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
If you're getting the message and you have to say it, does not mean the other person is going to receive it the same way.
Exactly.
So a little bit of what I call just, being mindful of what you're saying and how it's coming across. You want to be careful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We will end it now because it is late and I know everybody could go on. I said this in the beginning, we could go on for 3-4 hours doing this, but we're not going to. There's always another time.
Yeah.
I did want to say quickly about the blue butterfly, why we picked it, or I picked it, and why it's such an important thing. Yes, butterflies are all about transformation, metamorphosis, all of those wonderful things. I had a dream when I was a very little girl about a blue butterfly. And in my dream, I was chasing this butterfly. And this butterfly had tips of gold. The wings were gold. So remember the spiritual colors. It's like, it wasn't a blue like that. It was an indigo blue, the third eye. Gold is a very higher vibrational color. It's very saintly, almost holy. So I was chasing this butterfly in my dream and I caught a bit of the wing and a bit of the gold, but then poof, it disappeared. And I woke up feeling quite lost. And I would have been 6 years old at the time. What it did, in fact, mean to me was I was always chasing spirituality. And now I've found it finally. That's what it's about. So I just wanted to share that little tidbit of information about what that represents to me. Anyways, thank you, Roger. This has been a wonderful night. You guys are all awesome. Yes, I picked randomly, but nothing is random. I picked those colors, but nothing's random. It's all meant to be. I was guided to pick those colors. Trust in yourself, trust in your abilities, trust in the higher vibrational beings out there, and stay safe. So thank you.
Okay. Thank you again, Parneet. We'll see, hopefully we'll see all of you same time next week, different link, of course. And then in 2 weeks' time, we've got a session that we'll do on channeling and working in light trance. So just a reminder for that one in particular, if you're uncomfortable having your camera on, it's probably not the session to be in, because working with light trance, I really need to see where each of you are at during that session. And if you're not comfortable with your camera on during that session, it might be a good one to skip, because I want you to be comfortable, but I also have to be comfortable in doing the work that I do here. There's a certain responsibility that I need to take. So just bear that one in mind. And I won't be live streaming that one either, because it'll be a little bit difficult for some of us to get the flow going, and I don't see the need for that to go out onto a live platform either. So have a great week or 2 weeks, and Parneet, we'll chat and we'll get back together soon, okay?
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
All right. Catch up soon, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.